Hey guys, Jacob Wheeler here. We're out here on the water. It's a beautiful day here in the springtime, and a lot of the bass are spawning. Post-spawn, it's sort of that transition. And one of my favorite ways to catch fish shallow this time of year, you know, you got a lot of things going on where, you know, they're protecting their beds, or protecting their fry, they're feeding on bluegill, and there's a lot of things going on. And one bait that has worked really well over the last few years is a methylate colored worm. You know, especially this one right here, a 6-inch tattletale methylate trick worm. I also throw the 8-inch, but it's something about that bright color and the post spawn that really gets the attention of the bass, and they just can't stand it. It's just like that giant glow ball that's sitting up there. And I mean, I can catch them in the clearest of water on this bait right here. I've caught them from all the way down south all the way up north, but in some worms, they're tapered all the way through and they're pretty much the same consistency all the way through. This tattletale worm right here actually is tapered towards the end. It has a little boot tail, and that little boot tail kicks and quivers. And so when I'm twitching my rod tip, it's going crazy, it's twitching, it has a lot of action, and it triggers a few more strikes for sure. But what I do with it is just a tad bit different. And you know, I fish this technique on a spinning rod. You know, I actually throw 10-pound Suffolk 832 ghost braid, and you can use a leader on this, but sometimes I really don't feel like the leader line is really important. When you see a big giant orange worm out there, if you really feel like, you know, the bass is gonna be looking at the line, you know, sometimes if it's personally, for me, I throw that braid because I can cast it good and the leader won't get in my way at all. And I can skip it around bushes and I don't have to worry about it really breaking. So I don't really feel like I miss, you know, many opportunities. I don't have many bites that I'm not getting because of it. So, but what I do is I set it up with a size 2 VMC Neko hook. And this hook is by far the best hook out there for wacky style techniques or Neko rigging. So I'm gonna try him on real quick here. Real simple, just tie a little Palomar knot on this. Another thing that you're gonna wanna pay attention to, if you do tie your braid, straight braid like I have here, make sure to leave a little bit of a tag in. I see so many people that are so worried about the little micro bit of a tag in and cut it off, and then the knot pulls through or something. So make sure you give a real good tug to your braid, because the braid will slip. So you need to make sure of that. So if you do set it up like this, make sure you do that. So we got a 6-inch tattletale worm, Gene Larew Tattletail Worm here. And then I have about I think it's about a 1/16 ounce nail weight. Now, I'm not gonna use this whole nail weight, and that's the big key about this whole technique. I'm not gonna use the whole thing. I'm gonna take some pliers right here, and I'm actually gonna just take about 1/3 of this off. So I only have just a little bit. So now you have, basically, if you see it, you have 1/3, just a little bit of it. Okay, now I'm gonna stick this into the head of the worm, just like so. And that's just gonna give it a little bit of weight. You know, that's gonna give a little weight to head down. And then I'm gonna put a O-ring, use an O-ring tool, on the worm. So you can actually see that little weight in there. You know, a lot of people ask me which way I hook my Neko rigs up, and do you put it towards the weight, or do you put it towards the tail end of that, you know, that tattletale worm? And for me, you know, thinking about it, the head of the bait has the weight, so it's gonna go head first down. So I wanna actually put the point of my hook pointing towards the tail. So that's gonna allow my hookup ratio to be a little bit better, and I've had a lot better luck with that, you know, Neko rigging. And it's all about hookup ratio, and just basically when that bass comes over there and eats it, I feel like he'll come over there and maybe he even grabs it, you know, where the tail first or half of it first, and, you know, gets that hook a little bit better. Let me take you guys through a typical cast. You know, the first thing that I'm looking for is little lanes of where these bass are gonna be setting up. You know, there's a lot of bushes around. The bluegill could be spawning. There's, you know, fish that could be spawning up here. And I'm gonna skip up underneath these little trees like that right there. I'm keeping this bait high in the water column. You know, you want to keep it up there, and it's just something about it. You'll actually see a lot of the fish that are either spawning, or, you know, if they'll come out there and look at it. It's a way to actually find a lot of fish as well as catching a lot of bass. You twitch, 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 let it fall a little bit, twitch, 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 let it fall a little bit, but keeping it up there within a foot of the surface and be able to see what's going on is really the key to this whole technique.